Good evening, gang. It's Friday night, about 8:15 Eastern here, and as I was kind of just curling in for the evening, just watching a movie with Mrs. P, got an email from Jim Bartley here, and freaked me out for a second, but looking at what's going on, things apparently are heating up in Ukraine, and we're now involved, okay? Article came out. United States made an official revelation through its embassy in Kyiv that announced that American forces have been deployed to Ukraine. The U.S., of course, has said that we're going to monitor the situation. Apparently, according to what we're seeing here, is right now it's 160 troops. So my guess is this is probably some sort of training force, or just experience-wise, this would be something, special forces, something like that, to kind of help with the Ukraine. Now, of course, Russia's completely pissed off about it, claiming that this is a threat. And, they're stressing, of course, that we're saying that we're going to send additional forces. Now, you get into the worrisome part, because Turkish forces have also been deployed. Which, like I said before, Turkey's something that you really got to watch for, because Turkey, I think, is playing both sides of this, and Turkish forces are supposedly on the Ukraine side. I told you in the earlier video today about what China said. I still don't buy that, for the simple reason, like I answered in a couple of comments, China's saying that Ukraine could be a sovereign nation, but they don't want Taiwan to be a sovereign nation, so that doesn't make sense. All right. But if anybody's wondering where this came from, this is a press conference that was held between the Prime Minister of Ukraine and our ambassador to Ukraine, Christina Kvienne. And her quote was, "While we are here, tens of thousands of Russian forces are stationed near the Ukrainian border and in the Ukrainian territory of Crimea. Their numbers are consistently increasing. The United States and NATO allies in Europe are deeply concerned about this escalation. Ukraine has shown great restraint into responding to Russian challenges, but you must remember that Ukraine in 2021 and its armed forces are significantly different from 2014. The Ukrainian army has become one of the most adequate forces in Europe today, and the United States is proud that our joint security efforts have contributed to this amazing result. We and our partners will help Ukraine to defend itself against Russian aggression." Now, if I'm reading into that, we and our partners, that's NATO. And so the fact that the U.S. is now sending troops in, you can pretty much bet that you're going to see Polish and German troops come in, just because of the proximity that they are to Ukraine. Obviously, everybody's paying attention to what's going on, all right, and, what needs. But, there's 160 troops there so far, and as they said, if the demand changes and their numbers need to increase, we'll take that into account. That's coming directly from our ambassador. Now, something else that came out maybe about 45 minutes ago or so was that Ukrainian naval vessels have threatened to sink 5 Russian Coast Guard boats overnight. This is all going on in the Black Sea, where I talked about yesterday about the naval blockade, and then you had some tit for tat going back between the Russians kind of trying to entice the Ukrainians to start something, naval exercises. Okay, but you have the Ukrainian ships warning these FSB Coast Guard vessels to withdraw following their provocative maneuvers. This comes into play what I was saying before about us, Biden, if you will, backing out the 2 naval vessels that were supposed to go into the Black Sea from the United States. This is allowing a little bit of chaos to happen over there. It would not surprise me if those things change and all of a sudden we do send those 2 vessels back. We already have permission from Turkey to go through the straits to get in. So you're I don't want to say things are heating up, but things are, with everything with, you had the shellings in Donetsk, and now you've got the U.S. sending troops. You've got naval altercations going on. Again, like I said, this is all going on, 25 miles or so from the Kerch Strait. Something to really pay attention to. Again, I'm going to say it's Friday night. Okay. Nobody's paying attention to it. I'm betting, like me, you guys were watching movies, curled in with the kids, eating a bowl of popcorn, doing whatever. That's always what seems to happen. Anytime something wants to happen, you kind of dip it in on a weekend where nobody's paying attention, where politicians have gone home for the weekend, and now it's trying to scramble everybody back. Think about U.S. Congress or something like that. These guys all, okay, work's done on Friday. We're going to fly home for the weekend. And now you've got congressmen, senators, whatever it is, in planes all across the country, and something happens. Well, they're not going to turn around that airplane, that Delta Airlines flight from Washington, D.C. to Oklahoma City with 150 passengers on it just because you've got a congressman on there. So he's got to land, find a new plane, and get back, and that's all time. So again, you're all talking about timing here as to why things happen when they happen. Now, add into the fact that you also had Russia kick out, for all intents and purposes, 10 U.S. diplomats today. That was in retaliation, if you will, for us kicking the Russian diplomats out, and again for sanctions. So you get into something like that. Russia warned the U.S. there's going to be ramifications. I don't know what those are. I can't find anything about that. All right. But I do want to address a point. This has come up to me in emails. Apparently it's been talked about on other channels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Please, when you're hearing all this stuff about the U.S. has been moved up to DEFCON 3, don't listen to this crap, all right? This is some company, some group, some guy, some who knows, some teenager who's got a website, who has put up a website that says the U.S. is now in DEFCON 3. And I've been sent the links and everything to this. Please understand this, guys. First off, that website is defcon.com or something like that. Big deal. I could go create a website with any name I want in 30 seconds. No big deal. It's not a DOD website. It's not a .gov website. So it's not official, first off. Second off, you all know my background, okay? U.S. military, Department of Defense, U.S. military intelligence does not release the DEFCON level to the U.S. public, period. So unless somebody has leaked this information, whatever this guy is saying on this website is complete BS. And as I've said, it's got no more credibility than if Kim Kardashian came out and said we're at DEFCON 3, okay? So that's about how serious I'm taking this. Please, guys, understand this, and I know I'm on the internet, okay? Not everything you hear on the internet is true. Make sure, trust but verify, to quote Ronald Reagan, all right? Go check it out yourself. You know me. I'll put the links up in the bottom of this video where I'm getting this information from. I thank Jim for sending this over to me. One of the other emails came over from Teresa Lobinger. I appreciate that for her sending it over too. Guys, if you've got stuff that you see, I'm me, okay? I can't comb everything. Y'all get something. If you've got some information, please get it out to me. I'll check it out real quick, double check it, triple check it with other sources I have, and I can get it out to the masses. So that's the latest, guys. But apparently we have a small force going into Ukraine, which we know what that means. Okay, just like every time we send small forces into the Middle East, what happens later? Welcome to Friday night. Have a good one. Try to get some sleep. We'll see you all in the morning. Pinball out.